Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. I hope you are doing very, very well today. It is Saturday and thank goodness it's the weekend. It has been a crazy couple of weeks for me with work and yeah, I am ready to relax and I'm super excited because this afternoon I'm going to go see Morgan Jerkins, the writer of This Will Be My Undoing, a collection of essays with my friend Ryan. Oh, Rainbow Overboard. And so I'm really excited to hear her speak this afternoon. So that is going to be a great afternoon for me. Before I get started in my video, I do want to make a pretty exciting announcement. And that is, in the month of March, I am going to be starting a collaboration with a local independent bookstore in San Francisco, Green Apple Books, where if you guys saw my video with Joss and Emily, we did some shopping there. Well, I'm going to be working with the bookstore and we're going to be creating some videos where they're going to be talking to you guys about books that they are excited that are coming out in March. And then we're also going to do one backlist video together. And I'm super, super excited and it's going to be a monthly thing. And because of that, I have worked it out with them. They are just the nicest people. Pete over there is just great. And he has offered all of the viewers that watch my channel a 10% discount if you use the code. I'll put it down below. There's a code. If you go to greenapplebooks.com and you shop with them, you get 10% off if you've used my code. And then also they have 99-cent shipping within the United States. So if you like any of the books I'm about to talk about, you can go to Green Apple Books and shop, use their code, get 10% off, and then also get 99-cent shipping. So I think that sounds fantastic and you can support my local independent bookstore. And I am super excited for March and those videos we are going to do together. Today's video I am calling 5 short novels that I've been meaning to read. So hopefully after I talk about them, you guys have read some of them and will just kick me in the butt to add them to my March TBR. I'm super excited about them. For some reason, I just haven't picked them up. So I'm saying 5, I think they're 6. 6 short novels that I've been meaning to read. The first one I'm going to tell you about is If Clara by Martha Baillie. Now, this one, the plot's a little more convoluted, so I'm going to read the back. The other ones I can talk to, but this says, Daisy, an author confined to her home, her leg in a cast from hip to ankle, receives a parcel containing the manuscript of a brilliant novel about a Syrian refugee in North America. She's asked by the author Clara to pose as a fictional Syrian writer. Julia, a curator of installation art, has no idea that her sister Clara, who suffers from a debilitating... Ooh, I maybe should start this video over, guys. Who suffers from a debilitating mental illness, has written a novel. In Julia's gallery, a pair of binoculars welded to a wall change Maurice's life. Perspective shifts, boundaries between art and life, viewer and object are breached, and all of these stories unfold, collide, and fall into place in a most unexpected way. This is from Coach House Books. It is super short, and I just think that that sort of whole premise, I love books about books with a mystery to them, and that's If Clara by Martha Baillie. Okay, so I'm sorry I butchered the back of that book so much. Oh, goodness. So the next book I actually heard about from Thomas over at The Readers. I don't remember which episode, but he was talking about books, or maybe it was on Twitter, and he recommended A Month in the Country by J.L. Carr. This is the story of Tom Birkin. It's right after the Great War. And his marriage has fallen apart, and he arrives in this tiny little town in Yorkshire Village, and he's there to restore a painting, a mural that is on the wall, and he moves into the town, and as he's working during the day, he's uncovering sort of the painter who painted the mural's history, and also the town, and getting to know the town. And you know, I love books where it's just like about the town and the people, and a person comes into it, and Thomas raves about it, and it is, again, a short little book. And this is a New York Review of Books copy, so they never put anything out bad. And so that's A Month in the Country by J.L. Carr. The next book that I definitely want to read, and I think I need to read because I have a feeling it may be on the Baillie or the Women's Prize shortlist this year, and that is What We Lose by Zinzi Clemmons. Now, this book was pretty popular for a while, and I think that's why I haven't read it yet, but I mean, gosh, you guys, that cover. Goodness. This is the story of a young girl who is dealing, she lives in America. Her mother is from Johannesburg. She deals sort of with the implications of being, I like the way they put it in the book. It says, she is an outsider wherever she goes, caught between being black and white, American and not. She tries to connect these dislocated pieces of her life, and as her mother succumbs to cancer, Thandi searches for an anchor, someone or something to love. And what's really cool is this is sort of a more experimental type book in that it's not just prose. I know that there are pictures and different things in here. I can't find one to show you right now, but of course. But I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. And I want to say the National Book Award, she was one of the 5 novelists under 35 to watch. So that's What We Lose by Zinzi Clemmons, and I just think that I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. The next book I'm going to tell you about is Hourglass by Dani Shapiro. Now, Dani I met at the Bay Area Book Festival last year, where she was in conversation with Hannah Tinty, who wrote The 12 Lives of Samuel Hawley, and you guys know I love this. She wrote this. This is a memoir about her marriage and how it has changed over time. And one of my really good friends recommended that I read it and really raved about sort of the simplicity and beauty of Dani Shapiro's language. And I don't know why. I don't read a lot of memoirs, but every time I read a memoir, I really love it. And so I don't know why I haven't read Hourglass by Dani Shapiro, but I need to. And I just think it's great because she signed it. So there you go. There you go. Okay, 2 more to tell you about. A Japanese novel. So this is The Maids by Junichiro Tanizaki, translated by Michael P. Crome. And look at that cover. I've talked to you guys about this. I actually got this in, oh, where did I get this? Where does Emily Dickin's house live? In Massachusetts. I'm totally blanking on the town's name, but there's a little bookstore there. I was there while some of my friends went and did a tour of Emily's house, and I picked this up. And this is the story of a little house that is owned by a wealthy, well-known author and his family, and it's a small space, but this is really about the maids that work for him in a very confined space, and he is fascinated with them, and because of the space itself, is able to, I don't use the word spy, but let's just say observe them closely because he has a fascination with their lives. And I've heard that this author is really, really sort of, I don't even know how to explain it, but I've heard nothing but great things about his books. I have 2 of his books on my shelf, and I don't know why I haven't read them. And so that's The Maids by Junichiro, and I'm sure that's wrong, Junichiro Tanizaki, translated by Michael P. Cronin. I need Sean from the Book Maniac to come on and do some Japanese lessons for me because I'm horrible with Japanese names. And last but not least, this book was recommended to me by a viewer probably almost a year ago now, and I don't know why I haven't read it because I bought it, and it's another New York Review book copy, and that's Lilly Willows by Sylvia Townsend Warner. And I just think this cover's fantastic. And I think that the first line just really, this is the story of a single woman who's trying to break away from her controlling family. And I've heard that the prose are really beautiful and the story is very compelling, and that you really get behind this woman and the changes she wants to make to her life, and as she tries to escape her family. And I've picked this book up and put it in my little pile that I take to the bathtub to pick what I'm going to need to read, and I just never read it. I don't know why. And that's Lilly Willows by Sylvia Townsend Warner. So, have you guys read any of these 6 books? Would you say, Russell, get to this one immediately? It's fantastic. Again, I am so excited about my collaboration with Green Apple Books. I'll put a link to their website below and the code for 10% off. Please, if you're interested, and it's the 99 shipping in the United States. So if you guys are interested, please go visit their website. I hope you pick up some of these. As always, if you are a return subscriber, thank you so, so much. And if you are new, welcome to my channel. I hope you like what you watched. And until next time, happy reading, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.